Wolfram. You there, Wolfram?
Who the hell rolled this many dice on roll 20?
Wolfram to fix his
I did to
rolls,
reset the.
How? Oh my god.
It's 100d100.
I mean, you didn't hear about that.
No, I did, but
truck.
I saw. Oh yeah, the truck that got spilled over and all the d6s fell out and stuff. Yep, I saw that.
Yep. I want to know what was the total damage to the base.
They found it out. Hold on.
Yeah, it's like every Discord I'm a part of that's D&D related posted about that.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Hey, Wolfram, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry. I asked before, and I don't know if you had your mic plugged in. Go ahead, guys. I didn't want to interrupt. I just want to make sure we're all here so we can get started. So go ahead and finish your conversation because I want to hear the results too.
I'll have to look back. I think they did.
It's approximately 756,000. It spilt 216,000 dice, and the total was 756,000 approximately.
Was the roll?
Yes. Well then.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to get started just because we're starting a little bit later. We got things that you guys want to go do. Chronis is going to introduce us tonight, though. I just want to real quick run through the decision on surprise with you, Wolfram. We decided that we're just going to keep it simple. Those that are actively trying to surprise an enemy will get advantage on the roll. That we won't do any special rounds or any, those can attack and those can't attack. It's just will be a simple advantage or not advantage if you are trying to actively surprise. Then we also, I think that was it, really. We talked about the flying broom. Is that all? Stealth in combat. I posted some rules for, so far I think you're the only one that really is going to be able to use it, Chronis. So it's basically just saying if you're trying to stealth, you can't hide behind a rock and then run 30 feet. You have to, in combat, not what you did previously where you did your full, movement speed, but you weren't. That's all. We're fine past that. I'm just saying, if you're like trying to hide behind a rock and then run somewhere and then shoot, you're gonna get kind of seen.
Alrighty.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let you, Lorna. I imagine you and Chronis figured something out. I'll let you guys go ahead and take it.
Go right ahead.
Yep. So just a heads up, my recap is actually going to take place like right before the what we're getting ready to do now.
Perfect.
All right, so we make it to the top of the wall, or the cliffside there, and I'm completely distracted, and I decide that I'm going to pull out my pet rock and talk to it about how my day is going.
Okay.
So, well, Pet Rock, we need to come up with a name for you, because I can't keep calling you Pet Rock. Anyways, ever since we slept with the hags, the witches are evil beings, they gave Lorna, Faye, and myself those damn nightmares, and we haven't been the same since. We dealt with the hags and went charging forward, not paying any attention. Maybe we should have been paying attention, because Skybore pointed out of nowhere that there was a rock with an eyeball. Don't know what the hell that thing was, but we got to play punch face with it for a while. And let me tell you, punching a rock is not as fun. It's not as much fun as it sounds. So you don't have to worry about anything. I'm going to be punching you anytime soon, little buddy. Anyways, where was I? Oh, the rock creatures. Next thing, we all know they have a hold of Anika and Wolfram, and we kind of got beaten up. I know Lorna looked a bit rough and tired from not getting any sleep the night before, or I think we would have clearly won that fight. But a retreat was in order, and we managed to somehow get away. Next, you won't believe me, we met this little mushroom thing that came out of the wall. Wolfram tried to feed it some bread and scared the little thing. I showed you off to them, and they seemed to like you. And the next thing I know, it sneezed on me, and I started hearing voices, kind of like when you talk to me. After some talking, and clearly using the best political talking skills in the group, just don't tell them I said that. We managed to meet their leader. I believe his name was Sovereign. I talked to him about our problems. Next thing you know, he offered us some dirt cake. It wasn't that terrible. Anika clearly didn't like it though. While Lorna seemed to love it, because next thing I know, she was eating Skybore's piece as well. If someone was to love the dirt cake, I figured it would have been that nature-loving guy. But I don't get these people. Then we came across the camp. I was ready to throw down, but instead of fighting, we saw a cliffside. Wolfram seems to like rock climbing, because next thing I know, he had all of his gear out ready to go. Then out of nowhere, Anika and Faye just hopped on a broom and disappeared, and all we heard is weeing and giggling in the air. They were talking about attacking this group of people, and then something about a captain and a tentacle-faced guy. And then, alright, I'm going to have to put you away now. Faye's talking about needing me to dart some guy in the face, or something like that. So I'll talk to you later.
That was amazing. And I think with such a great intro and the way you did it, I think the thing we can do is go right in the combat.
Agreed.
That
was
is
so
a
good.
cis freak care.
All right, so we got everyone's initiative last game, I think, and we're just going to dive right back into it. So before we go, though, since Faye and Chronis kind of already had their movement and stuff, Lorna, Wolfram, and Anika, feel free to move your characters anywhere you'd like to go within your moving distance. So from wherever your token is right now, just move it your full movement speed, where you'd like.
Okay. And I'm gonna stay there.
All right. I'm trying to get these sheets open. I'm using Firefox. I don't usually use Firefox, so
Uh-oh.
it seems to go a little bit quicker on the next map. Let me get this going. All right, guys. So let's go get this started, and we're going to start off with Chronis, who just appeared, and you wanted to do something. You were wanting to throw some darts. You got advantage on all your.
Yeah. Because I had Shadow Step up there, so that gives me advantage on my first attack anyways.
Okay, go for it. Do what you like. That's a totally a hit.
And then the Drow Poison. 13 Constitution save.
Okay, go ahead and do damage real quick. Alright, he fails. He failed it bad, so he didn't fail it that bad. So he just fell on the ground. So pictures of. Okay, alright, anything else you want to do?
I don't think there's anything else I can do, because I think I used all my movement to get up there for this attack.
Okay.
Unless we were just starting off.
No, I'm starting it like you moved up there, and this is all, that was part of your stuff.
Yeah, then that'll be my attack. Then I'm done.
Okay. go ahead. Brings us to you, and you see this Fae disappear, and Chronis zips over there.
Yep. And which group was the one that looked weird?
The ones that I think Faye was the one that scouted it out before. That she only got a good visual on these guys and these guys, and they both were acting kind of different.
All right. That's out. So I'm going to. It'd help probably if I opened up my character sheet, wouldn't it?
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Well, considering I don't want to quite move closer, I'm gonna do that on the 4 by Skyborg, missing him in my cube.
Do not
Is that a
see your
concentration?
cube.
Is that a concentration spell or?
Yeah, maybe. I don't have any others. Oh shit! Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
I
because I'm
forgot
invisible.
You're
thanks to you.
invisible. Yes, it is. So never mind.
No, it's fine.
Because I forgot that I had that on you. She would have remembered. Let's see. Instead, that's not what I want to do. Oh. Shit. So I'll move up here, and I'll throw a dagger at that one.
Okay, go for it.
I miss.
That is a miss. So sings right past his shoulder. Anything else you'd like to?
No, not right now.
Okay, Skyboard, it's your turn. You're in a little spider going, distraction!
Yeah, as this guy over down at me, I like raise up my 2 fingers, kind of like weighing side, then I quit him. 5-4, that scene.
I'm so sorry. You're chopping up really bad. You're doing. What are you rolling?
Alright, can you hear me?
A little bit better.
Alright. I am to bite him, and that's a night hit.
Does a what hit? Does a 15?
A 19.
19 hits.
Alright. 1 pierce.
Okay.
And a cons. Gotta beat a 9.
Oh,
Alright. Got 2 uppage. And then I'm gonna sway. 10, 15.
your mic's still chopping, but is there anything else you want to do before you try to fix that?
That
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and head over to Faye, but yeah, it's still very robotic-y. Faye, it's your turn.
Okay, so this guy is unconscious, right?
The one in front of you is not unconscious. He did not fail that. He just went. I think he just goes.
He's poisoned.
No, he's just poisoned. So he's got disadvantage on all of his attacks or whatever. I'll figure that out.
And I can't afford to have him start yelling out. So I'm gonna bonus action. This is gonna drop him as hex on him. I'm gonna hex his dexterity.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna bring out my weapon. This time it's gonna be a great sword, and I'm gonna do 2 slashes on him.
Okay. All right. So you actually, that's two different beams, right? Or no, you have two slashes. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the first slash goes through him, and when you go to raise your second attack at him, his body just turns lifeless in front of him.
All right. Just for funsies, I'm just gonna roll the hex damage to see what it was.
Fair enough. I want to see it. All right. Anything else on your turn?
And then I'm gonna move over, and I'm just gonna finish off as a free action through the earring. Chronis, get rid of the body now.
That brings us to
Okay. Bonus action, Frenzied Rage. Cause yes. She is going to run 40 feet. 30 feet over there. And she is going to stab the guy in front of her. 25. And she'll attack him again.
And hold up.
Oh.
So on that, you see the drow go lifeless, similar to the other ones, but his head starts to bubble and crack, and then this little guy pops out right.
Oh fuck! I'll attack it then.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to move the goddamn tokens.
The brain ran away from you.
Ah.
The brain popped out, saw you, said "fuck this," and ran.
It went back in the body.
You don't get opportunity attacks.
Oh fuck!
All right, go ahead.
So does the 15 hit the brain?
It does.
Awesome. 17 damage.
All right.
And that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to you, Wolfram. You see Lorna fly ahead. You see a lot of things flying around, and you see this brain kind of with legs shoot out of its skull after Lorna just chopped it down.
He'll go there, and when he passes by Annika, he'll cast Death Ward on her.
Aw.
Okay. Anything else
And
with
that
your
turn.
opponents?
Nope.
Okay. That's going to bring us to the Drow's turn. These all are going to move toward. Okay. We're going to go left to right. The first one's going after the one right next to you, Skyward's attacking you. For 20.
That hits.
Oh, you're right. You are a spider. That doesn't really make sense.
Oh yeah, does it go for the spider? Does it see
Yeah.
the spider?
Yeah, he saw. You did bite the other one. So fuck it.
Yeah, you could just say that you unintentionally stepped on me.
Yeah.
I accidentally threw my short sword at you for 8 piercing damage at your spider form.
Alright, so that would be 7 damage to me. And I pop out of my spider form, and I'm Skyborg again.
Okay. The bottom two are going to attack, or one's going to attack you. I can't see you. 2 are going to attack you, Lorna, with their crossbows. The 2 are going to attack you with their crossbows, Skyborg. No poisons, though, on these.
Sick.
So, first 2 for you, Lorna.
Okay.
So 18 and a 10.
Nope.
Neither of those. And the next two are for you, Skyward.
Yep.
Did that roll twice? I heard a beep once.
Yep.
15, 16, do those both hit?
Yeah, they hit.
Okay. Just go ahead and take 11 points of damage on that. These other two or one's going to attack you, Wolfram, with his short sword, and the other one's going to crossbow. That's a big fuck now. That brings us to the Duergar. They're also going to charge into battle. I think they only have 25 feet of movement, though.
Yep, short legs.
I never did initiative for this guy, so. Let's see here. And that's going to bring us, actually, it's going to bring us to the Brain Devourer because he just popped out. So, he's going to make an attack at you, Lorna, that he just popped out in front of with 2 claws.
Cool.
So, that's a miss. And then he's going to make another one with 1 attack with the claw and uses Devour and on. Oh, does it have to hit first? No, it's a multi-attack. Sorry. So you have to make a intelligence save against that, along with anyone else that's. Let's see. Oh no, it's just one creature I can see within 2 feet, so it's just you.
Oh, thank
All right,
God.
you pass. Okay, that works. And that ends his turn. That brings us to you, Chronis.
All right. Where I'm at, is that like above the group of people right here?
It's kind of like it's
would
kind
that
of
be
like,
above them?
Yeah, it's kind of leading like a trail up to that altar, like stepping stones all the way up there.
Okay. I am going to run towards this one, dive off like the little ledge I'm in, and then start attacking.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm just gonna do 3 attacks.
Okay. Hit. Your first one hits and kills, and your second one hits and kills as well. So, would you like to hit one guy with your one punch and the other with the other punch?
Yeah, we'll just say I hit him and I kind of roll through him,
Okay.
like into the spot where he was, and then I'll attack the guy that's right here with that second one.
Okay. All right, they both die. I want to try to move your token here because, similar fashion, you start seeing their skulls start to crumble and bubble a little bit until you see blood and ichor kind of spit out, and these 2 little brains stick out with legs attached to them up here in front of you. What would you like else to do with your turn?
And then I will do 1 final attack to this one right here.
Okay. That's a hit. All right. That takes 7 points of damage. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Okay. That brings us to you, Anika. You are seeing brains pop up all over the place.
Yeah, so she's gonna not so quietly mutter, okay, I guess we're fighting all of these things then. And then, so centered on this dude, I'm gonna cast Shatter. So it'll get him, the drow, and then the 2 brains.
Okay. And you can place that so it doesn't hit any of the other characters?
Yeah, it's a 10-foot spear.
Okay, so
Spear.
this drow, this Duergar, and the 2 brain and
The 2
devourer.
brains. Because
Okay.
I'm sure she's realized that the Duergar and the drow have been real easy to go down. Brains, not so much.
Oh, shoot. Sorry. Did not mean to do that, but go ahead.
Yeah.
What do I gotta roll?
Con.
Cons for each one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So. They all failed but one, right?
Yep. So the 3 that failed take full damage. The one that did not takes half. So
Okay.
16 for the failed, 8 for the half.
The one by Chronis dies right in front of him. And 16 for the. How the hell did the Drow surpass that? Okay.
Lucky roll.
You said half damage for it, though?
Yeah.
Okay. And he dies as well. And so does the Jordar. And you see their brains start to scramble as well. And 2 more of these guys.
Ew. And then
Sorry. I'm trying to click all these buttons. I feel like I'm not being very descriptive.
oh, you're good. How much does my character know about these brains? Because it would decide what she does with her bonus.
I thought we already just did this check that you know that these are creatures. If not, you did well on your Mind Flayer check, but you know that these are kind of servants to Mind Flayers. They kind of harvest people that don't have high intelligence, and they kind of usually target those kind of people that have lower intelligences.
I believe we also talked to her about Robin Hood.
Yes. So I'm gonna give Lorna some inspiration.
Fuck yeah.
You can use it on saving throws.
Oh, shit. That's another thing I want to do. By the way, everyone that's playing tonight, you get a fate token, and I'll thank you guys after we conclude this battle. But yeah, I meant to award everyone fate tokens.
Yeah.
So if you can only have one. So if you have one, sorry, you still only have one. But everyone else, you get a fate token, and I'll explain what those are later. But Anika and from the short end of it is that you can re-roll any dice that you choose. Sorry,
Sweet.
Go ahead.
Yep. So I'm inspiring Lorna.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna pass on to Skyboard. It's your turn, sir.
All right. I'm going to turn into an ape.
Ooh, okay. So let's do this.
And I get multi-attack.
Yes, you
So
do.
first hit's going to go to the drow. 14 plus 5, so that's 19. That should hit.
That's it.
Alright, D6 plus 3. So 8 damage to the drow.
Okay, you just smash him with your big 8 fists, and out of the skull pops this little brain.
Yeah, I ain't having none of that. I'm going to attack the brain.
All right, go for it, sir.
Yeah, that should hit.
Yeah, that should hit.
Ooh, max damage. That's
Nice.
9.
9 points of damage for the brain. Okay.
And that is my turn.
Okay. Brings us up to you, Faye.
All right. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to move Hex over to this brain over here for my bonus act.
Okay.
And then I'm going to fire 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
Go for it. Yep, that the second one hits. The first one hits too. So the first one. Let me make sure. 13. The first one kills it. If you want to direct that beam at another one.
Yeah, I'll direct the crit at the one next to. You know what? Skyboarder, I think, has that one handedly. I'm gonna help Wolfram.
Okay. There is no range, right? Or the range is still fine, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah,
so,
I got 120 feet. I could hit everyone, pretty much. So that brain takes... I can't direct Hex towards it, so it's just going to take 14.
Nope.
No.
Hello, hello, hello.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. Is that in your turn, Faye?
Yeah, that's my action bonus action. I'm not going to move from here since I can see pretty much everything.
Okay. All right, Lorna, you see this blast of energy kill a brain right in front of you. What would you like to do? You have some other drowned Duergar kind of enclosing in on your position.
Go there so I avoid one of them. And I'm going to attack this guy.
Okay.
Recklessly.
That's a hit.
14 damage.
And similarly, you kill him, and out comes out of his skull another brain.
Awesome. I'm going to attack it.
Okay.
11?
That's a miss.
How is that a miss on a brain?
It's squirrely.
Ugh. It's tiny.
You can also go again because you said you frenzied rage.
Yes. Bonus action.
Yep.
15.
That's a hit.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay. That is going to bring us to Wolfram.
I'm gonna try and hit it with a Searing Smite.
Okay. When you talk like that, I imagine Wolfram's like saying this all like Eeyore almost. Like, I guess I'm just gonna hit it with a Searing Smite.
Oh, he does.
Oh my god.
12 and what's the con?
I think it has to save, or it's on fire, if I remember correctly.
Actually, it doesn't matter. 12 is enough to do it, but whatever. Yeah, let me know whatever if there's a con save. I need to know what the effects are for. Anything else for your turn?
Be on fire or not.
Okay. So that brain died. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn? Okay, that's going to take us to the drow. The drow are going to move up here to the big giant ape. This one's going to move up here to you, Lorna. This one's going to move to you, Lorna. And the broadsword. First two are for you, Lorna. Last one's for you. 24 hits Lorna. And 21 hits Skyward. All right, in your monkey form, it's 20.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, that
good.
hits. They don't have
8
great
for
armor.
you. 8 for you, Lorna, and 4 for you, Skybar. 4 points of damage.
All right.
And that brings us to the intellect of ours turn. So this one is going to move up to you, Skywar. And actually, Lorna, you're going to see. Can he pop out in the same turn? I think he can. He'll pop up willingly, but I'm going to make that be his turn, though, to pop out. So you see. No, that doesn't make sense. Why would he do that then? I already said it, so I'm going to fuck up on the one, but leave the other one in there. These two are going to go. Well, this one's going to go after you, Skybor, and these two are going to go after you, Chronis. Here's the first one for you, Skybor. So DC 12 intelligence saving throw, Skybor, as a monkey.
As a monkey.
Well, actually, do you keep your intellect from your character?
Yes, I think because you're a druid.
Let's do that because I don't want if I hope this doesn't happen, but if the intelligence thing happens, I don't know how that would work with the creature.
Could I use the monkey stats?
Is it better
What's
than
that,
yours?
Roboto?
Could I use my monkey stats?
What are the
I'll
monkey
use mine.
stats?
I'll use mine.
Yes, you can because technically you don't die; you would become incapacitated, which still would mean I could take over your form. When you go back into polymorph. But well, actually, when you go in capacity, do you go switch back, or is that only when you go to 0 health?
Once I hit 0 health, I turn back to normal.
But if you're like stunned or incapacitated, you don't switch back, right?
Nope.
I don't think so. No.
So if he takes over your brain, though, before you switch back, he's still in your brain. As long as you're cool with that, we use the monkey stats or yours.
I'll use my stats just to be sure.
Okay.
Your game stats are replaced by the stats of the beast, but you retain your
Okay.
alignment, personality, and intelligence, wisdom, and charisma score. Sorry.
So, you still maintain your savings?
Yeah, his charisma, his intelligence, and his wisdom.
Okay, go for it.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, so
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
No.
if the target is 3d6, if the target equals or exceeds the target's intelligence score, the score is reduced to 0. The target is stunned until it regains at least 1 point of intelligence.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
Yeah. You maybe go
Yeah.
catatonic in a bit.
What's your score?
My intelligence score?
Uh-huh.
7.
Wait, your actual intelligence score is the 7?
Yes.
Oh, no.
How is your
So at that point, you see this big giant ape, super furry, just collapse onto the ground, and it's just Skyboard just completely eyes glazed over. The next one is going to be next two are for you, Lorna.
Wait, you have a fate token.
Oh, that's true. You do have a fate token, Skyboard.
Skybor.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go for it.
Try it.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt.
Nope.
Hmm.
Well, no, couldn't you use it to re-roll the 3d6?
He would have to
no.
re-roll only one of them, right? And then it would hope that it gets a 1 on one of them.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm just catatonic. It's okay.
You're not dead.
I'm
You're
not dead.
yet.
I'm just brain. That's all.
Yeah, you're not dead. We just don't know. Yeah, this should be fun.
Okay. These next two are for you, Lorna. They're going to first attack you with 22 hit
Yeah.
for 9 points of damage.
Cool.
And then I need 2 intelligence saving throws.
Fuck.
Oh. All right, you passed both intelligence saving throws. That brings us over to Chronis. You're gonna get 2 claw attacks, Chronis, followed by 2 devour and miss. All right, mate. 2 intelligence saving throws, please. Pass and pass. Okay. That brings us, I believe, back to you, Chronis. What would you like to do?
All right. Bonus action when I use a key point to enable disengage, so it doesn't cost me my action.
Okay.
And then right here, I'm going to pull out Wand of Magic Missiles.
Okay.
And I'm going to use 6 charges. 2 at the one at Skybore, and then 1 at each of them.
And then the one on each at the rest of the intellect hour.
Yes.
Okie dokie, go for it.
So those are the 2 at Skybores.
Okay, it's still.
Alright, the one at Lorna's, or the one to the left of Lorna is this one. Man, am I really rolling a 2 on every one of these? Alright, and then the one above Lorna. And then the 2 over where I was.
Okay. All right, the one takes the missile right through it, and it just kind of lets little arcane burn marks through a hole, and it's dead. Anything else on your turn, sir?
No.
Okay, that brings us to Anika. It's your turn.
Crap. So I'm gonna do what seems to be her favorite spell now.
Okay.
On all 6 of these bitches. So the 3 brains by Lorna and Skybore, and then the Duragar and the 2 Drow. Because I can pick them.
Okay, yeah, okay. They can only make one action, one or half movement. They can only choose one action and half movement, right? They can't. And
Yes.
they can't do both. If they have to, it's only one or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
They have to save. But yeah.
The 3 in the middle all fail automatically. We'll just do the intellect of ours. They all fail.
They all fail.
They're intelligent, not wise.
They're also easier to hit now.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, okay, so everyone has advantage on them?
No, they have -2 AC.
Oh, okie dokie. Anything else?
No.
Okay, Skybore is unconscious right now. Brings us to you, Faye.
Okay, I see the brain that just attacked Skybore. How far is that from me currently? 95. That's the distance on. That's. Yeah, that. I'm going to do an Eldritch Blast on that brain next to Skybore. I'm going to move up a little bit, and I'm going to move Hex over to it.
Okay.
Alright, so firing 2 Eldritch Blasts at it.
The one at the brain right next to Skyward. Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yep. That the first blast just obliterates it, and it burns away.
Alright, fortify the second one. I'm going to move up just a little bit more. Oh, I see 2 next to Lorna. That's not. One fire, 1 over to the one above Lorna.
What the fuck?
Warlocks!
The left one, I'm sorry.
The one above her.
Love it. Okay, that one burns away.
And I'm going to go back up here to my hiding hole.
Okay. Brings us to
That
you.
is 3 crits.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Just a little bit.
Your sacrifices worked.
Gonna hit the brain next to me recklessly. 25.
I must have deleted the Duergar off the fucking initiative order. 25's a hit.
Mm.
15.
15 damage. All right.
You did, because they were right after the drow, but right before the brains.
Yep.
Okay, I'll attack it again.
Okay.
16.
That's a hit.
13 damage.
All right.
Is it dead yet?
That one is dead.
Yeah. She's gonna move there and attack the drow to the left. 16.
Okay, that's a hit. And that one is dead. And his brain starts to crumble, and another brain pops out.
Yeah. Cool. That's my turn.
Okay. And that brings us to Wolfram. What would you like to do?
Add another Searing Smite.
Okay. That's a hit.
Is it hit?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Did you say you were adding smite to that? Con save. Of course, you passed that one. Okay. So he takes 3 damage. He just doesn't stay on fire. Is that right, or he takes?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else with your turn, sir? All right. The drow is going to make a sword. Let's see here. Actually, yeah. I'm going to take the drow and Duergar's turn all at the same time. This drow is going to attack you with 1 action. Or no? It's got to get how many feet out of that square? Where's that cube at? Adinka, where'd you place the cube? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it affects those 3.
Yeah, but where's you placed it like this?
Does it matter?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Because
hang
these
on.
guys are going to try to get out of there.
I don't. Oh, I didn't know if they left the thing it mattered.
I imagine it's an area of or is it a concentration? Is it not a concentration?
Oh, it's concentration.
Then I imagine you have to hold on to it on the area that you originally cast it on.
Then move the cube a little bit to the left. To where Lorna's at the edge. Yep.
Okay. So this one is going to start coming down here towards you. This one is going to start over here. So next to you, Lorna. And this guy. He can't really go through it, so I guess he's only going to make it that far.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah, what's up?
It doesn't say anything about them having to stay in the cube. It just says at the end of their turn they can make a wisdom saving throw to shake off the
Yeah,
effects.
that's what I was wondering.
Oh, okay. All right. That's, I'll make wisdom saving throws for them then.
At the end of their turn.
Yeah, but it says at the end of their turn.
Okay.
So they're still affected until they...
That's fine. They're all did 15 feet. They're not going to make any action. They'll do wisdom saving throws. These 2 can attack you, Chronis. They're going to. So let me do the wisdom saving throw for those 3.
I believe
what's
that
the DC?
saves. Yeah, DC's 15.
Okay, so the one Duergar fails, so he's still slowed, and the other one succeeds. So none of them are affected, but that's at the end of their turn.
Yep.
That brings us to your turn. Oh, sorry, these are two Duergar right next to you. Chronis are going to make attacks against you. Here they go. $21.
That one hits.
Take 10 points of damage, sir. Okay, and that's going to end the Drow's turn. Let's see here. So. I'm trying to see how this works. So he's going to. He's got to make one attack or one. He's got to make a slow save, or he's still affected by slow too. He's going to attempt a devour intellect on you, Lorna.
Okay.
So make a DC 12 Wisdom save.
Intelligence?
Intelligence. Sorry, thank you.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
You passed that one, and that ends his turn. And let's go back to Chronis.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna use Fury of Blows. So I'll have 4 attacks. So I'm going to start attacking the one that's immediately to my right.
Okay. That's a hit. Or wait, no, I'm sorry. Duergar. No, that's not a hit. That's a
All right.
miss.
Misses.
That's a hit. And that was after which one? The top or the bottom one? Because you killed.
Bottom one.
Okay, he's dead, and you see something burst out of his skull as well.
All right. And then for my last attack, I'm going to attack the brain,
Okay.
and I'm going to use 2 key points and apply Stunning Strike.
Okay.
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. The 22 is definitely a hit. Constitution, or you say Constitution? He passes a saving throw, so he's not hit. Or not.
And then
He
it
does
takes
take
9
9 points of
damage.
damage, though. Okay. Anything else with your turn, sir?
No.
And Nika, it's your turn.
Yep. Why the hell not? I'll do this to the. I'm gonna go with the brain fighting. She'd probably go after the one right here.
It's your call.
So he needs to make a wisdom save.
He fails.
He takes 10 points of psychic damage, and let me read. But I think it has to run away from me. It must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me.
But there's nowhere to run to. Here we go. 40 feet. Is that every turn he has to make a wisdom check on?
Oh no, that's just this turn.
Oh, okay. Anything else?
Also, wouldn't that give Lorna a attack of opportunity?
Not if it's forced. She was
It's.
right. I think.
I mean, it just moves. It doesn't necessarily say it was forced. It just immediately has to use its reaction to run away. Like I scared it, but that's up to you. It doesn't actually say it was forced or that it wasn't forced either.
Well, I mean, you're casting a spell, telling it to do. You not provoke an opportunity attack when you teleport or when someone or something moves you without using your movement or action or reaction. So,
Well, but it was its reaction.
That is his reaction.
Mhm.
Creature doesn't provoke an opportunity attack if it's moved without the use of its movement, its reaction or its reaction. Yeah, then yeah, you get an attack of opportunity. Yeah. That's definitely a hit.
Yes.
And that's also a death. As the head tries to run away, it just crumbles.
Fuck yeah.
Nika, it's your turn.
That was my turn.
I'm sorry, anything
but-
else on your turn? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and give Chronis inspiration too. So if
Okay.
you ever need it.
Skybor is still unconscious. Okay.
All right. I'm gonna move Hex over to the brains, and instead of Eldritch Blast, I'm gonna try something new. Let's throw a firebolt at it.
Okay.
Favorite sorcerer spell.
That's definitely a hit.
And
Cantrip.
let me roll the Hex down.
This was the one. Which one was this after? I'm sorry.
It was the brain next.
Next to who?
All right, so it took a total of 20.
I'm
Which
sorry,
one?
It's cutting up. I'm sorry. Who
Sorry,
was-
it was this one right here.
Okay. It takes 20 points of damage and it dies right in front of Chronis. Anything else with your turn?
That's it.
Okay. Action then is on you.
Fuck, there's so many around me. Bottom right. I'll attack it. Recklessly.
Okay.
15.
15 is a hit.
Yeah.
And it was the drow, right?
Correct.
Okay. And he dies.
And
But-
there's another brain. Let me
Another
guess.
brain pops. All right. Anything else with your turn?
Yes, I was
Nice.
gonna fucking attack the brain again.
We're playing whack-a-mole with a bunch of brains.
I feel like she's just
Mhm.
gathering brains on her sword and they're just piling up. Like takoyaki on like a skewer or something.
I just imagine you're surrounded by brains by the end of this.
Maybe. Hopefully not Skywars. 18.
Yep, that's definitely a hit.
Bonus
Alright.
action. I'll hit it again.
Okay,
14.
that's a hit.
Another
And that
14 too.
brain dies right in front of you. As soon as it appears, it disappears.
Fuck yeah. That's her turn. Actually, yeah, that's her turn.
All right, Wolfram, it's your turn.
Gonna keep trying to kill this thing.
That's a hit. And it is dead. And
And that's it.
okay. Brings us to the drows are all gone, which brings us to the Duergar. They're going to one still affected, I think, so he's just going to make a simple attack. As soon as I can find where I put his character. That's a miss. The other one is going to make an attack against you. And 18 is a miss, right? And that brings us to the one that's you, Chronis. He's going to make an attack. And that's a miss. That ends their turn.
The affected one can try and save again.
Oh, yep. That's a fail.
Nope.
And that brings us to the intellect devourers, which are all dead. And brings us to you, Chronis.
Alright, I'm going to move over here. And then I'm going to attack this one right here.
Okay. That's a hit. And this one dies right in front of you. But his skull does not explode either.
Alright, and then let me check my movement here. Alright, I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go up here to the other side of this one.
Okay.
And now I'm going to attack that one right there.
Okay. That's a hit. And you also killed this one right in front of behind Lorna, but nothing explodes out his head.
Oh, thank God.
Killing spree.
Okay.
Now I'm going to use the rest of my movement
Oh my god. Okay.
to move over
Monks.
here and then attack this one.
Okay. All right. And that one dies as well. You pause for a few moments waiting for the brain to pop out of his skull, but nothing does. And that's going to bring combat to it.
Oh God, Skyboar.
That could have been worse, but oh god.
It's pretty bad right now. I mean, Skyfor is pretty much dead until you get his intelligence.
I said could have been.
I start slapping him in his face, trying to wake him up.
He lays there very lifeless, but still.
I am fairly certain I can do nothing about this.
Can I try an Arcana check to see maybe how we might be able to help him?
Can I help her?
I don't know. Can you?
We're consulting knowledge.
Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check if you want. Trying to see what the answer is, honestly.
I mean, with help, that'd be a 14. I don't think we'd know enough.
You know, I'm trying to find if you guys know the answer for the actual ruling for this. I think it's a greater restoration, but I could be completely wrong.
Yeah,
think
greater
so, too.
restoration.
Yeah.
So the only thing that fixes ability score reductions, except unless it's specifically specified, like shadows draining strength is a long or short rest.
Gotcha. Yeah, without a greater restoration spell, there's not really a way to replenish his ability scores. You'd have to probably use like a magic item or something, which you do technically have one.
That could help with that?
Do we have any more of those cakes? Those cakes helped us out a little bit.
I finished Skyboard.
There's technically the one that I took a little nibble of and threw up. But I didn't eat all of it.
You had that, and you had the sliver. Remember, you had a sliver of one. I thought.
Well,
I would like to
There's
point
this
out
gross
that he is
cake.
still a big ape. Probably punch him down till he changes back to his normal form.
Why don't we just get the ape to eat it?
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be harder.
Yeah. And since it's a bigger creature and we don't have like a full slice.
I punch Skybor.
Ah, mm.
Oh yeah, and I forgot. That drow that I killed currently have a specter following me now that I forgot to tell you.
Okay.
Oh, that's what that is?
This. So I got a Jeffrey again.
So you see when Faye comes down to gather around Skybor's body, he's got this new friendly ghost next to him. You guys may certainly try to feed him the cake that's or fungal pie, whatever.
I like to point out I already punched him.
It was enough to bring me back.
All right, he's in human form now.
Yeah.
No more
Still-
hidden Chronis.
Who wants to eat this cake?
Why don't we just put it in his mouth and move his jaws?
Yeah,
All right.
he's like frozen. This gone. Stunned.
Yeah, I mean, he can be mad at us later.
Okay. We open his mouth and we'll put the cake.
We force feed him fungus cake.
Skybor, because it wasn't a full piece of cake, I can't let him do the full thing. But roll. What was your intelligence score?
It was my max. It was a 7.
Roll 1d7, reroll ones and twos, or reroll or roll 1d7, reroll ones.
Why don't you just do 1d6
4
plus 1?
slash.
That works too. 1d6 plus 1.
That, yeah, 1d6 plus 1.
All right, let's see.
6.
So you have 6 intelligence points now.
So close.
You're conscious now. He's at least not,
Catatonic.
catatonic. Yeah.
Skybor, how do you feel?
I feel fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
You forgot how many toes and fingers you have, though.
I feel fine.
God. Jesus Christ. All right, so
Chronis, how many fingers am I or Skybor, how many fingers am I holding up?
I feel fine.
you guys are at the beach with Skybor. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Well, we got that boat.
Yeah.
We probably shouldn't stick around here. But
No.
last time we dealt with one of those, it seemed to know everything we were saying, or rather, the tentacle dude did. So they already know we're here. Skybor, where are you going?
I feel fine.
That wasn't the question.
Oh no. I just grab him. I'll just link arms with him.
What are you wanting to do?
Well, I was saying, last time we dealt with one of those brain things, beings, the Mind Flayer, knew exactly what we were talking about. So chances are these things already communicated that we are here.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't really have surprise, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell Faye we should probably send Jeffrey over to the boat to check it out before we head over there.
Jeffrey,
Go ahead.
and Jeffrey will go.
I think.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to send Jeffrey to go check out the boat.
Okay. Are you trying to keep him hidden? Is he just going to fly over it? What do?
Also, are you checking out the rowboat or the actual ship?
You know what? He can get over to the actual ships, and he can hover over there.
Okay, but he's not invisible, correct?
He cannot go invisible.
So he's just trying to fly around out in the open.
Yep.
All right. He does that, and yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check as Gary first, just so I can see what he does see.
All right. So this is going to be a straight wisdom.
Okay. Gary makes some notes.
I'll have him come back to us.
Okay. He flies back over. You see the creepy ass ghosts kind of reappear amongst all you. What would you guys like to?
So, was it safe?
It doesn't really respond.
I'm going to take that as a maybe.
Any other questions for anyone, or anybody else want to do anything? Or,
Were there people on it?
the ghost nods his head. Yes.
While me and Skybor are having our little chat over here, Lorna's going to be watching the edge of the boat for any sign of movement.
Go ahead and make perception checks. And anyone else that's going to try to do the same can make a perception check as well.
We're good.
Yeah, I'll check with my super eyesight.
Okay. Oh, that's a good point. With dim light, there is some torches on the boat, so I'm gonna say you do see some movement on the boat, but you details like number, people, just the sheer distance and the light of the area is just very difficult. But you do see some activity.
Does it seem rushed?
It seems you can't discern. I mean, it's moving back and forth. It's not moving at a quick tempo. It's not like sluggish though either. It's not like someone. It's not like a steady person standing there. There's some movement, but it's not like running around the deck.
Oh, okay.
I would like to shadow step over and attempt to stay stealth.
Shadow step where?
Right onto the boat.
Let me think about that.
Or onto the edge because you have the boots.
I mean, shadow steps lets me move 60 feet.
Yeah, it's the stealth thing. I'm thinking. You could stealth not on the, or you can teleport onto the boat, but not with stealth.
All right, how about this?
But you could teleport into the dark water near the boat without.
Would you say
drawing.
there's like a ladder or like a siding to the boat that I could climb up?
Yeah, on the back left corner of it, there's like a hanging rope ladder off the side of it where people are kind of getting into the little rowboat to get on shore and kind of back and forth.
All right, so I will shadow step onto it and then stealth up.
Okay, go ahead and make a stealth check with advantage. Okay. So you kind of try to quietly climb that rope as much as possible, and when you get to the deck, you do see. Let's see here. You find an elite drow and a couple elite looking guys. Not so much soldiers, but maybe pirate or captains of this boat. So more maritime versus the traditional warriors you've seen. There's 3 of those. One's kind of at the helm, and the other 2 are walking up and down the sides of the deck, kind of barking orders at several drow that you see have binds or chains or ratty and tattered clothes as they kind of are running around the deck.
Okay, using my Earring of Whispers, I'm going to relay that back to Faye.
Okay. So Faye, you hear a toot, 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 toot.
All right. All rulers. All right. Chronis says there are a few on deck, as well as some drows that appear to be in slavery at the moment.
So, am I hearing time to start a mutiny?
Yes, and I do have a perfect idea. I then use my mask of many face ability to appear as that drow that is now Jeffrey, what he once used to look.
Okay. Is there any kind of fail or check on that?
No, it's just I can cast disguise self.
I mean, when other people do all
It's a real
creatures that interact,
investigation.
if they do it,
They'd have to
so you
roll
have to do something to
investigation.
kind of.
Yeah, they have to roll an
Yeah.
investigation check against spell save DC.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So that would only happen if they didn't believe you are who you say you are. So, yeah, you totally can do that. Anybody else want to do anything?
We
We
will have to
should-
disguise all of you as well.
What do
I
you
think
want
you
me
could
disguised
just-
as? Because I can do that too. I just look tiny. Or they can't try and touch me.
Okay. Can't have you be a drow because I'll be expecting something a bit bigger. How about one of those Durgar?
I'm going to
You
go
could
over and look at one of the dead Durgars.
Like you caught them.
Yeah, I can look like a kid or I can look like a Duragar. But if they try and touch my arms, I'm not as big as the Duragar.
I mean, we could go with a child. That should work.
Okay. And I'll basically, what Faye's new face looks like, I'll look like that, but smaller and a little bit more rounded, so she looks younger.
Okay.
All right. As for Skybor and Lorna, ooh, this we could try disguising you guys with makeup. I don't know how good that would do.
Well, is there mud?
There is mud.
Sure. Yeah, there's mud, clay, stuff where you're at.
Can just make it look like they tripped. Really hard.
So, are you trying to masquerade the entire party and make you all look like drow slaves, like captured some slaves for them for the boat, or
You know,
Um,
you could just
Or you're not-
tie us up
maybe
with
make-
ropes.
make them look dirty. Maybe make them look like fresh slaves.
Okay.
Or you guys
Wolf.
took over us and at this fight and we lost.
Yeah.
That's
so
fair.
I mean, look at Skyboro already.
fair. You
Hey,
look like
and-
Say
you.
my name.
You, however, are covered in gray matter.
Yeah. Fuck! I just washed.
I don't know how you're gonna. I'm curious how you're going to try to disguise Wolfram.
I got an idea.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
I have a disguise kit.
And if Wolfram's up for it, he might be all in glory. Thing
I have an idea. What if that white hand thing you were telling me about? What if I put it on his chest?
That could work.
on
Wolfram's. Yeah, I have a disguise kit.
Okay. Wolfram, are you cool with this, or did you have another idea that you want to try?
And I was just gonna board the ship and, do that, but if they want to put something on me, alright.
Okay, so you want to get disguised as well. Okay, I like this idea. If you guys want to go ahead, I guess, and roll disguise checks.
Sure. How many am I rolling?
Looks like you're doing Wolfram and Lorna. Is that right? In your Skywalker?
So I
Were
guess
we
that would be
disguising
3.
Skyboard?
Okay,
They're not bad.
they're not bad. So yeah, what would you guys like to do now? You guys, Chronis is over there right now, hanging on the ship still.
All right, I'm gonna message him. Chronis, just stay hidden. We're on our way over. I'll give you a signal.
What the hell do you want me to do on the signal?
Mutiny.
Do what you always do.
All right. So you guys all climb into the little rowboat and row your way over to Chronis, and you guys are approaching the ladder. Are you guys doing this stealthily or just rowing right over?
I think on the rowboat we should have Lorna and Skybor rowing us over. Just be like, hurry it up! Get us over there quick!
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Luckily, no one's really paying too close attention, but go ahead and make a deception check at advantage.
Okay.
Because you're trying to deceive that you're actually one of them. All right.
18.
The little attention you did get is really quickly dismissed because you are pretty convincing at shouting orders at your party members. And you guys make it over to the boat with not too much grief.
I'm just gonna have Jeffrey stay off to the side of the boat, staying hidden.
Okay. And then I'm
On
gonna
their way over, I would like to see if I can notice where the captain is.
You want to see if you see what? I'm sorry. You want to notice what the captain.
Yeah, where the
Where
captain
the
is.
captain is.
Yeah. So you guys are right there now. The captain is right here. I don't know why I have this hidden. Let me switch him up to the other layer. And you got. Oh, why is this one? All right. Sorry. So you see the captain here at the top, right here, and then you see the two other kind of guys that are walking up and down the boat and kind of kicking at the slaves. You guys can make any other kind of perception checks if you want to try to check anything else out. But
Do I recognize these two right here?
Are you looking?
I am looking.
So let's do this first. So let's walk me through this. Are you just walking up onto the boat? Or are you just are you climbing the ladder right now, right next to Chronis?
Yeah, I think I'd be the one climbing up first, and I'd yell out, "Oi, bring those new slaves!"
Okay. So upon at reaching the deck, and you all, I guess, are following Faye up onto the deck, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I am
You do
actually
see.
going to shimmy around on the edge of the boat to the back, like
Okay.
using on the side.
Totally. Okay, I love it. Yeah, you can do that. So the I'm sorry. So you come up on the deck, and Faye, you're trying to see if you notice any of the other two. You can make a perception check if you'd like.
11.
You notice that that there's several slaves that are kind of chained around the ankles, but you're with what you're focusing on doing and trying to pull off this ruse. You can't really stay that focused to make out who, if anyone is anyone specific.
That's fair. I'm focused on making sure I don't lose the proper voice.
Exactly. So you all are on deck, and the captain looks over at you. Is like, "Is this all the slaves you have for?"
These two ended up attacking our little camp over there, killing most of them, but luckily we were able to get them in line and they're going to now make up for the losses.
Good.
And I'm gonna get behind Lorna, and I'm just gonna shove her. Aren't you, slave?
Oh, fuck off, mate.
Has Vosk taken their minds over yet?
No, not.
That's odd. I mean, he doesn't really take the non-mind blade on our trips back and forth. I guess we could use some more deckhands. Go ahead and chain them up with the others.
Of course. And I'll turn to Wolfram. Get him chained up.
Grabs them by the scruff of their shirts and drags them to be chained.
I am going to pretend like I'm resisting.
So
I'll play along.
I just put some dots around the boat where there's some some places where you can fit into the existing chain gang. You guys can place your tokens where you'd like to be chained up at. So how did you finally beat your party? Well, I started the fight off with them all chained up. That's the only way I was able to beat them.
2 of them are only chained, though. The rest of us are disguised.
Wait, how much room is there on these chains that we can see?
What do you mean? Like movement
Yeah.
area? You could probably move within 10 feet of where you're standing. So like that.
Okay. I've chosen my spot. I'm staying there.
Yep. So one of the captains is walking around inspecting the work. He kind of throws some bucket of nasty water, but it's technically kind of foamy like soap, but it doesn't smell like soap. So let's kind of start scrubbing and cleaning and taking care of the ship in front of you both. Who's the other person that's getting locked up? Oh, Skyboard, you already moved your character. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Back to Faye and Wolfram. And Nika, you guys are up there talking to the captains.
I'm meekly standing behind Faye, not saying a thing, because I don't speak Undercommon.
Okay. You're disguised as a Durgar or a Drow?
Child drow.
Child Drow. Gotcha. He's like, well, are you joining us back across the sea as well?
Yes, we are. The little one wants to see how things are done.
Excellent, excellent. We gotta use some hand dumping off some of the slaves once we get through further ahead. It's a big ship. We need to work together. And have you worked on a ship this size or like this before, lady? Or gentlemen? Sorry, you're playing as a man now. Sorry.
Yeah.
the guy, you had a sex change between the boat ride over. Got it.
And just so you know, this disguise only lasts for an hour. So how much time has it been?
Yep.
I'd say about 30, 45 minutes.
Not on a ship this size, but I'm sure we can pick it up pretty easily.
Good, good. Well, go help out where you can. Make sure the slaves don't give you too much trouble, and we're going to set sail probably here in the next hour.
Of course. And I'm going to look at Anika and Wolfram and have them follow me as we look around the ship to find a quiet place to make a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's not a lot of quiet space up on deck that you can go below, like looking like you're looking for some tools and supplies. After some time, you finally get a nice little area where you kind of step off to the side and have a quick discussion.
Okay.
Of course, yeah, Nika. I just imagine that you always pick up anything that you guys throw.
Awesome.
Unless I say you can't recover the ammo, you can always recover the ammo.
Cool.
Okay, so those two are currently chained up. Chronis is hanging on off the side of the ship. What is our plan?
I have a plan.
Chronis is hanging, I just think, on the back of the ship, kind of like, excuse me.
Wait until we push off and then after a bit start mutiny?
Yeah.
I don't think the disguises will last that long, will they?
We can
Well,
always
that's why we're in this
recast
creepy little corner.
where we can quickly recast them.
Yeah, I can really easily hide behind either of them and go whoosh whoosh and turn into a drop kit again.
And I can just do it at will.
Yeah, me too, with this fancy hat. And I reach up
I
and
was
tap
planning
at my head.
on casting silence on the back of the boat where I'm at, taking a rope, ringing it around the captain's neck, and then throwing him off the side of the boat.
Do any of us know how to drive the ship?
No.
So
But
maybe after we get out of the dock, do that?
Yeah, let's wait an hour or two after we set sail. That should be decently far enough where we could enact our mutiny.
What do you think? Well, from what do you think? You have anything you want to add?
Probably would have run the job of overseer and chains.
Oh, you're staying up on top, checking out the rest of the slaves?
Well, yeah, and kind of but really tampering the chains so that they can break pretty easy.
Oh, okay. What would that be?
That would be sleight of hand.
Yeah, go ahead and see side hand if you see how effective you're able to kind of start tampering with that stuff.
Would I be able to use that like fate thing to get advantage, or?
So how the
Unless-
fate? Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't explain that. So the fate token is you basically just get to re-roll. You get to choose any die and re-roll it once, and then you get to choose which of the two die you like to use. Also, you can use it against an enemy that's attacking you, but you can only use it on one other die roll. So maybe they made an attack and they rolled a critical. You can say nope, re-roll that and take the lowest of the two.
It's basically like the luck feat.
Well, I mean that's pretty good. You're with the dex of one, so you don't. Let me double check there.
I'll try and use my fate. I'll just go ahead and use the fate thing.
Okay. Okay.
Change instead.
What's that?
Just take the 13 then.
Okay. So you're able to make some compromise links, not to all of them without getting a little attention. You got some attention when are making some efforts against the chains on the ones to the northern side of the boat by Lorna next to the current elite ones, but the two in the bottom, you were able to take care of the guys on the right, not Skyboards. But you were able to compromise the locks or the ankle pieces for the two slaves in the middle of the ship. So I'll mark those which ones are kind of compromised versus full status. Anything else?
Just gone back to the usual bit of back to work. So he doesn't.
You got a hammer.
Excuse me, does anybody got a hammer or
Boing.
Okay. Then back to those below deck. If you have anything, if I'm not calling you out, I'm just trying to give everyone a chance to see what they're trying to do. So if you're something that you're trying to do that I haven't given you a chance, please speak up. But those back down below deck.
I guess right now we would quickly recast our disguise self.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not while you're trying to focus on spells and stuff, no.
Well, technically, he's chained.
Yeah, and you're working.
Yeah.
So, nope, everyone that's chained up and there's no short rest because you guys are trying to actively keep this ruse going. So, the 40... stop me if anybody wants to do anything.
Hey.
45 minutes.
Faye.
Yeah.
So we need to let the slaves know that we're starting a mutiny. How do I say that in Undercommon?
Okay, I will teach her the undercommon word for...
Basically, Viva la Revolution.
I will teach her the undercommon words for Viva la Resistance, break off the chains.
Yes.
And attack the slave owners.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys want to go back above deck then, right?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
probably take a few minutes for me to make sure she has pronunciations and everything.
Okay. As you guys go back to deck, we're probably at an hour and 15 minutes now, Mark, and you see that one of the elite guards here in the upper right corner is going and taking care of bringing the anchor up and then making sure the rest of these drow guys finish the rest of it. He just makes sure it's going off right. The other one is kind of barking at the ones to kind of get ready to row. So he heads below deck to get things ready down there as well. But the ones up there all kind of get ready, get the ship going, and the ship starts setting sail. It's not like into a true regular ocean. You're seeing these big pillars of rock and stuff that kind of just climbs and vanishes into nothingness. You see kind of fog that kind of resembles the cloud, kind of like a sky if there ever was one in the Underdark. The ship is pretty much all dark woods and black with red mast and sails, as you guys have set forth. And the slaves are just looking really, really panicked. Anika, you said you wanted to go around and try talking to some of the slaves as you set sail?
No. Because I can't do that without giving away the fact that I don't speak their language.
Okay.
Wait,
So,
and before we go up, I will whisper to Anika. Wait, remember when we brought Lauren and Scott? They asked if they had been taken over. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Who's to say the slaves haven't been taken over as well? Remember that they said they usually don't take new slaves that haven't been taken over.
Okay, but what do you want me to do with that information?
I wish we had a way to detect if they were like that or not. That's the hard part.
Other than looking at them funny, I don't think I can do that.
We'll deal with it. If they start attacking us after we free them, we'll know they're taken over. I think that's...
I can, go annoy them, see what happens.
All right,
'Cause I'm a kid.
don't look too cheerful.
Okay.
Try and be a bit mean about it. You want to sell you're a drow child.
So like a bully.
Yes.
All right. Then I will go pester the slaves, including Skyboard Lord.
okay.
Yep.
Before we get, we'll come back to that. Lauren and Skyward, while you guys are on deck, you're trying to stick to your work and you're keeping your ears out for stuff. You're trying to see kind of what the other what else is going on the deck. You see all the happenings. You notice that a lot of the drow don't even talk, like the slaves that are chained up working don't talk to each other. They keep their eyes to the ground. They don't even look at the people that are the guard that are walking around on deck. They're very much so keeping to themselves, except for go ahead and with the things that you already see, there's obviously a difference between the rest of them. So you see the two in the middle. They're not as submissive as the rest of the slaves are. Back to you, Anika.
Yep. Just generally, whatever they're doing, I'm going to make it harder for them to do. And I'm going to try and not trip them, but make them stumble and just poke and kind of jeer without actually saying words.
Okay. The ones that are obviously different than the rest of them, they kind of get irritated and but they kind of allow it. Like they don't even look up at you. They just look annoyed, but just super scared that you're touching them. Like they just think worse is going to happen. The ones in the middle, as you pass them and try to pester them, they tell you to basically bugger off in undercommon in a very rough voice. The one of them actually kind of pretends like he's going to hit you.
I will stick my tongue out of both of them, and I will make a at the one who tried to hit me.
Okay. The one that was trying to hit you was the one on the left side. Faye, are you up there too when this is all happening?
Yeah, I am. I'm just,
So
every so often, I'm just like, quit pestering the slaves.
I will pretend to listen for all of 5 seconds.
the captain's going to call you over, Faye, with a quick question. You guys are about an hour and a half now out and going and to see as you guys are progressing. What do you do, Faye, when he calls?
I'll come over. As I'm coming over, I'm going to shoot a look at Anika. And I'm going to whisper to Chronis, when you hear a loud shout, get on board quickly and attack.
Actually,
Okay.
I'm going to counteract that and say, slowly walk over. I'm going to cast silence, and then I'll take care of the captain.
So you're casting silence on me or yourself?
Pretty much right here.
All right. I'll come over to the captain.
Go ahead and. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'll look at the.
I'm sorry. You're cutting out for me, Faye, or is it just me? Maybe?
No, it's not just you.
No.
Hold on. Let me reconnect. Let me if my.
So you're casting that as he's walking up to, or while he's walking up to the captain. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. Better.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
better. So he's casting it as you're walking up towards the captain. You guys are having this conversation between yourselves. No one else can hear it. Okay. Let's see here. The captain is going to start talking as you approach Faye, and he's just going to kind of look confused for a second, like that nothing's like coming, like no sounds coming as he's talking, and he's freaking out. He kind of looks frantically around, and he's going to go ahead and draw his sword, but he's not looking at you. He's just kind of darting around trying to see where, like, who cast the spell on you guys.
And
All right,
then,
and when that happens, I'm gonna. Crap! I can't really do any spells because those are verbal. Except counterspell. Counterspell is just somatic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to. What do the earrings still work in silence?
That's telepathy.
All right, so I'll use the earrings to tell Faye to push the captain up towards the rail, and then I'm taking a rope and wrapping it around him to choke him with it.
Nope. It says the can be used to communicate between two persons within 500 feet. The communication must be verbal from the wearer. Noise, sound, or conversation around the wearer is not transmitted.
So we can't do that.
But
Uh,
Chronis, didn't you tell Faye that before you cast silence? Like you were gonna toss him overboard.
I mean, I did say that, yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Go for it then. I mean, you guys are. I'm not trying to break you guys up. I'm just trying to like pulse the whole entire group. You all are splitting the party, but you're all right next to each other.
Yeah.
okay, so I have a -1 to athletics, Cronus. This is gonna go great.
I was actually planning on just taking the rope and kind of like hanging him with it and throwing him over.
I mean, you could make that attempt too. I would say that would be
Dexterity.
Yeah, I would say athletics or an athletics or acrobatics check. I mean, you could explain how you're doing it, and then in support of which choice you're doing. That would acrobatics is more finesse to get it around the guy's neck, but if you're trying to use athletics, like really pull him overboard or something, then I would say athletics.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was kind of like gonna sneak up and kind of like lasso him and then throw him over.
Okay, totally. Do it with advantage too.
Then,
I mean, you're surprising the fuck out of this guy right now.
And then like the
And
way
I'm
I was
gonna
gonna
actually
say I cast silence, like he would be dangling inside the sphere still.
You want to do that before silence.
Oh no, he's saying the sphere of silence will encompass the length of rope he has.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
And I'm actually going to touch the drow captain. I'm going to point out to the distance like I see something.
Okay. Yeah. So, well, you already got an advantage. Go for it. For athletics.
All right, sorry about that. What am I rolling?
Athletics if you're trying to pull them over. Acrobatics if you're just trying to, grapple them, I guess. Yep, that's okay. So you, as Faye touches the guy's shoulder to redirect his attention, he's frantically kind of still searching off in the horizon. You kind of whip the noose over your shoulder so it goes right around his head. You pull up to look at him with your eyes, and then you use your legs against the boat to kind of use that to throw him behind you. And when you do that, he just kind of snaps the rope tight, and he falls limp as he breaks his neck. That's a weird thing to laugh about. And he snaps his neck. That's hilarious.
I mean, Lorna's up at the front,
And the
just scrubbing
captain,
the deck.
in that one moment that he was confused, he would have felt, this male drow has an oddly dainty hand.
That's what was, that's surprised him so much, but he was into it. But yeah, so that captain is now dead, dangling off the backside of the boat. And
I'm gonna act like I'm shocked.
Killed Chronis instead.
Oh no! I'm gonna act like I'm shocked.
Okay.
Let's run and be like, something just attacked the captain. Help!
Okay. All right. At that point, these guys are going to kind of run towards you to see what happened.
I'm standing up and flexing on them.
I'm gonna a little bit frightenedly back up.
And then let me go ahead and do that.
And if I can, I want to get next to Lorna and try and just help her break her chain.
I was gonna say, as I hear Faye yell that, can I just Hulk it out and break out of my chains?
Totally. Let's go ahead and make sure. You know what? Let's do this.
And then get out.
Do this real quick. We're not necessarily doing traditional combat, but just so I, kind of get everyone. Go ahead and everyone just roll initiative. So I kind of march you. We'll start with you, Lorna, because that's where we left.
Cool. It would help if I select my token.
It would.
Cool. Yeah. So I was starting with breaking out.
Okay.
And I'm helping her?
I was just going to rage.
Oh, okay.
And then break out.
All right. All right. So you're able to fight the chains for a little bit, but with the extra assistance from Anika, you guys are able to compromise it enough for you to get your feet out of the chain links, and you're in a rage.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Skybor, what would you... Or go ahead, anything else?
No, I'm good for now.
I don't think I did a show for these guys.
And then,
okay.
Which were the weird drows? The ones with the blue or the ones with the green dots?
The blue... I'm sorry, almost... Excuse me, I'm sorry. The blue ones are the blue ones are the ones that had their chains partially tampered by Wolfram as he was going around acting like he was inspecting them.
Okay.
The green ones are the ones that he was able to really compromise. Like it won't take a lot of effort for them to break free.
Okay, and so the two in the front just ignored me, and the other two tried to hit me, right?
The two in the front and the two in the back were just very timid and not really wanting to talk to anyone, just kind of scared looking. The ones in the middle didn't. The one on the right didn't try to hit you. The other one just kind of tried to fake smack you, like, stop bothering me, kid.
Yeah, and none of them looked like the ones on the beach.
You
Or I don't know.
You can make a perception or investigation check to maybe make an investigation because you're trying to discern if the behavior or they're acting the same thing as the other. You can't really tell because you didn't get that, I guess, much of a read on the ones on the beach to compare them outside of combat. But they don't seem sluggish or slow moving.
Okay.
That's not necessarily always a sign, though. But they seem active,
Mm-hmm.
frantically working. I think is the best descriptor I can get. Skyboard, is there anything you want to do when they say, hey, basically attack?
All right. I'm going to continue like scrubbing the deck. I'm going to like quote unquote accidentally bump the bucket and spill the water across the deck. Try to make it slippery.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Let's say about like this, maybe. Okay, cool. Faye, you're on your way toward, or you were already up there by the captain, or you're just standing right, or no, you were running towards the other guards. Got it. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna. And disguise self is actually not concentration, so I still have hex concentrating. Because I can concentrate on hex for up to 24 hours.
Okay.
I'm going to move hex to this one. And as I do, disguise self is going to drop as I draw my rapier and I say, how's Bonrace taking this
All right.
And I shout that in under.
Okay. So you're attacking. Okay, so we're doing this. All right. So you kind of run up and a slice and dice at this guy right here in front of you. Holy shit! What's going on here? All right,
That was the hex damage.
Down the gifts, guys. Let me see.
That's your hex gift.
Yes.
Hit. That's 29, 35, 40. 40 points. Holy
40.
shit. Okay. You run up and he does 40 points of damage. That brings us over to you, Wolfram. What would you like to do? You can do combat, or you don't have to.
I want to try and shield bash this guy overboard.
Okay,
I just
cool.
swing around with my big tower shield and just smack him high and overboard.
Yeah, it's up to you. You can do either an attack check with your shield if you want, or you can make just a melee attack, or you can do an athletics to try to shove him off. I think one of those three would be.
I'll do the athletics.
Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Let me just make a dex. I guess a dex again. Oh, he's got decent dex. But it's not decent enough. So he loses his footing, and he is going to go overboard as you smash him with your shield. And everyone else hears this. Anything else you want to do?
And that's it.
Okay, Anika, did you want to do anything? Or did we skip Chronis? I feel like we skipped Chronis.
No, because I started.
I think we did skip Chronis.
We kind of did.
No,
I
I
started
started with Lorna.
You can just use
So we started with Lorna.
my little hanging as my first turn.
Okay. Anika, what would you like to do?
So there's one drow warrior left. So I'm gonna move over here and I'm just gonna viciously mock him, and I'm just gonna say, your mom was real ugly. 'Cause, yeah. He takes 3 points of psychic damage at that.
Takes 3 points of damage, and a little teardrop comes out the corner of his eye.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else for your turn?
I guess I forgot what Faye taught me in Undercommon, but I'm going to yell out that.
It was break off the chains and attack the slave.
Yeah, is that. I'm going to go full on Daenerys Targaryen, and I'm going to say that.
Okay. Okay. To you, Chronis.
All right. I am going to finish climbing down the rest of the way here. Stop here between these 2 cannons and tie the rope off, so that way our new boat ornament can continue hanging there.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Let me see. Let me make sure I can make it all the way up there.
Oh, you can. I'm not running this particular thing as a true combat, like, all the rules and restrictions. I just want to give everyone a chance to kind of, you guys are taking over the ship.
I would like to go ahead and grapple this guy.
Okay.
What's that? Athletics?
Yeah. Alright, let's see, he is not skilled in any of that shit. So, just be, I guess, acrobatics against it. And he fails. So you wrap your arms around him? Or how are you trying to grapple?
Yeah, we'll wrap my arms around him like a bear hug, and I'm gonna work my way over towards the railing with him.
Okay. You totally do. I'm going to go ahead and let's just go to the next person then. He's grappled. I'm not going to do. Lorna, what would you like to do? You see you see Chronis scooting over to the edge with that elite warrior. You could walk all the way up to him if you want to.
Fuck, what do I do? He's grappled already by Chronos.
Yep. You can,
You can punch him.
work with them. Whatever you want to do. Like I said, this is whatever you create. Use your guys' creativity. I'm not really throwing the rules at this.
I look at Chronos. We probably need to keep one alive to, man the ship. I'm sure we can persuade him into doing this. I will grab his feet and help dangle him over the edge.
Okay. What are you guys trying? Are you're obviously trying to intimidate him? What are you trying to get out of him?
Potentially for him to help on the ship and actually steer the ship properly. And not just us potentially fucking it up.
Go ahead and make an intimidation advantage, because as you say that, you're going to hear. Faye, are you still in disguise?
No.
Mhm.
Okay, so he probably would have said this a little bit sooner, but you're going to hear a familiar voice over to the right side of the ship, like, "Kill him! We don't fucking need him. I can get us back across the lake." And you recognize it as Tanir. He was the scout that you guys ran into on your way to that to kill Nail, your first trip to the Underdark.
Shit.
He's the one that shot that dart across the way and recognized Lady Faye. The one on the left you don't recognize, but he's also sharing the same sentiment as like, we don't fucking need him. As long as we keep the rest of us, we can get the rest of the ship the rest of the way over.
I'm going to look over at Faye and ask what they said.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming they're speaking Undercommon.
No, they heard you talking. Then they're shouting this kind of in common because they.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, no, they don't know common. I'm sorry. Yeah, they're shouting this in Undercommon.
They said kill him. We don't need him to steer the ship just fine.
All right, good enough. I pull him off the boat with myself.
What?
Wait, what?
What?
You
Wait, what? What?
what?
Do you just swan dive off the boat with him in your arms?
Yes.
Oh. Okay.
Wasn't he already dangling by his
I'm
feet?
going to
Yeah.
shadow step back onto the side of the boat.
Okay.
Okay.
Lorna's like, oh fuck, Chronis!
Fuck.
Wait, hold on.
Does he do that
I
a lot?
will allow it. That sounds awesome. Just to be just for future reference, though, if the boat's moving, it takes time and all that stuff. It's possible that the boat get out of the way if you're not slowing down the boat at the time you're jumping overboard.
Lorna does not jump off the ship after him.
My screen's not refreshing at all.
Rolled a 1d2 and got a 1. 2 is I was going to jump off.
Okay. Are you sure? One, be more likely that you jump off.
Nope, she shows tails.
I mean,
Shit, my thing's cutting out. Can you guys hear me?
yeah.
Rory?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you.
I mean, she kind of would. But I mean, she knows Chronis enough to know that he's kind of reckless. And he usually has a plan. So she'll trust him this time.
All right. So you see Cronus dive overboard with this guy, and then in a few minutes you see poof, he's back, and his scales are kind of shiny and glistening like he just got a nice little bath.
Okay.
Anything else you guys want to do? I'm gonna just kind of end the combat there. But is there anything you guys go ahead and take turns and what do you guys want to do?
So, who are these people?
I'll point to the one over on the right. Well, that's Tania. This is. Sorry, I don't believe we met before.
The guy that you're talking to, you have not met him before. Let me just double check something. My notes on him. He haven't refreshed. All right. All right. So you guys are talking because I don't have the chat log. What's going on there? Oh,
Lorna is breaking Skyborg out, who's still scrubbing the deck.
Yes.
Skyboard's the only one scrubbing the deck during the whole. I knocked the bucket of water over here, guys.
You got it.
Now you got to clean it up. You just got rid of all the help.
No, the help's still there. We just got rid of the slavers.
So you guys are on the deck. You see the other slaves are just like cowering. They're just freaking out. They just don't know what's going on. They saw the other guards just get kind of killed. Tanir is trying to get out of his binds, and he kind of is like, "Lady Faye, you're safe." And then the other guy is like, that you haven't met. He goes, "The name's Zakil," and he kind of asks, like, motions towards his binds to see if he's allowed to like get out of them, or if you guys are not going to let him.
I look at Faye.
Oh, let them out. They're fine.
I'll break the chains.
Okay. So the both of them are out, and the one that they both look a little bit better dressed, not as old maybe of captives as the other slaves, as they haven't completely just looking the worst for wear. But they don't look as nice as you last seen them. Last time you saw Tanir. Zeke, the other slaves though are just kind of freaking out right now.
How long have you guys been captured?
Oh, it's been how long has it been since we've seen each other? I would say this is about my second week having to work this god awful ship. It's Ezekiel's first. He was kind of and Ezekiel kind of cuts him like, don't start blabbing on my business. I don't know these people. And he kind of just cuts him off. Lorna, as you're talking to or trying to calm them down, are you just speaking? What are you doing to try to calm them down? Or you guys can work together as walking around talking to the other slaves if you want.
Yeah, I'm probably like breaking off their chains and then kind of handing them some of the rations that we have to show like, we're friendly, we got rid of the bad guys, here's some food, calm down. Because obviously I can't speak Undercommon. They probably can't speak Common.
Most of them cannot speak common.
Exactly.
You do find maybe one or two that have learned it over time. They weren't just always slaves, obviously. They kind of got put into this. So they might have been a little bit more educated in their previous lives before coming to the ship.
Yeah.
Most of the slaves don't accept your rations. They're just kind of in complete shock. They're just kind of like they just don't want to be touched. One of the slaves actually in the upper right corner is just kind of asking you, just please kill me. Just kill me. While the others are just, again, not really verbal at all.
I frown at that one because I know the word for kill in Undercommon.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I can't do that to you.
I would like to use the earring and ask Faye, can we trust these two, knowing that with the mind flay they can turn our friends into enemies?
I say keep an eye on them for now. Give up too much information?
You guys are whispering this stuff.
You're whispering this when he's right next to you.
I was through the earring.
Whispering it in Draconic.
I'm sorry.
Whispering it in Draconic.
All right.
Oh, shit.
And also through the earrings, no sound actually travels.
Around them.
You just each have your hand up to your ear and your mouth's moving.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just messing with you. Okay.
So you've been here a few weeks. So you got captured shortly after we met.
Yeah, I'd say I headed back here to the lake, and things just have gotten fucking worse and worse. This is kind of how I snuck across before, and it's completely changed. These waters are only allowing forgotten ships back and forth now.
How many more ships are there?
There's not many. They usually only have one or two making trips back and forth. It's a pretty long voyage. I hope you guys are ready. It's not the calmest trip.
That's fair. What should we be on the lookout for?
Hopefully it's not like the last trip about a week and a half ago I made, and it was just storms, and at that it was just like waves, and it was a long night.
All right. And I'll look up at Wolfram when he mentions stone giants.
Why would there be stone giants?
Wolfram, why do you think they would?
Depending on whose side they're on.
That is true.
You let's speak, Wolfram.
I just reverted to typing. Yeah, Just say ask them if they know about any stone giants around.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's near. Do you know anything about the stone?
Not on the. I've not seen any stone giants on the boat at all, but you know, Lady Faye, that there are some stone giants in the Dark Dominion and in the Underdark.
Do you know if the Forgottens tried to take them over?
Oh God, I hope not. But I've seen so much weird shit on this boat. It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, it's not outside the realm of possibility, but I have not seen it.
All right. We'll just have to keep our eyes peeled for that then.
So Ezekiel will kind of insert himself into your guys' conversation. He's speaking in common, and so is Tanir. They're speaking in common, so they can socialize with the whole party. They've educated themselves enough. They are talking, and Ezekiel goes, "So did you kill Vosk?"
Who?
Vosk. They were mentioning him.
You know, and he does a little hand in front of his face, a little tentacle hand. He's like, this guy. Ooh.
Oh,
We saw him and he teleported.
Yeah, he's an asshole. I would love it if we could kill him somehow within the near future.
yeah.
That's our plan.
That is something to definitely look towards.
Yeah,
I'm guessing he was the one that captured.
a fucking asshole. He blew my cover. I was trying, to move up in the ranks in the Forgotten Army, get a few perks. And then he fucking sells me out saying that I am a spy for my house, which, I still am. I'm trying to get intel and, but I had a pretty sweet gig and now I'm stuck here.
So you aren't taken over by, and I do the little hand thing for the mind flayer.
Fuck no, I never got that chance. Especially once he pretty much read my thoughts and sold me out that I was trying to spy on the, Forgotten.
And who's your house?
The house I am from is. I told you this already.
No, you just told us his
Fain-
name. You didn't say his house.
Oh, I'm sorry. Fain Talabar. Is that the right way to pronounce it? I'm just going to call it House Fain, but it's Fain Talabar.
So they're still around.
Yeah, that's about it. I'm sorry to let you know, Faye, or Lady Bonray, that it's pretty much our three houses is all that's left in Menzo. We're getting slaughtered.
There's only 3 houses left. That's not good.
Tanir kind of is a little bit more reserved and has a little bit more etiquette when he speaks to someone of more noble birth, and he is like, "Lady, it's just our 3 houses that are left. It's Bonray, Fain Xavier, and House. Or I'm sorry, House. Vondre, Bonray, and Fain. That's the 3 houses that are left."
So there's only 3 left on the council. That's not good.
Well, that should make a consensus easy.
That's for damn sure. They sent me out to get fucking kicked up with no time real quick. There was not a lot of decision making that went.
So if someone comes in with the actual idea and everyone else is just sitting on their thumb, someone would look actually like a queen?
Come again?
How many of the matriarchs are still in the city? I mean, houses. Tanir, I know you said my mother had gone missing and my sister was holding the seat.
Younger sister?
Yes.
Tanier kind of looking around and he's like, "You've been gone for a long time, Lady Faye. I'm really not sure, and I've been away from the city for over 2 weeks now, so a lot has changed since then. I don't really know how receptive they're going to be. Everyone's kind of on edge. Those that are still in Minzo, I'm sure not doing too well either. If this is as the Forgotten Army has been keeping them kind of blockaded in and stuck, and from the looks of it and the sounds of it, from what little word I get, it sounds like the Dark Dominion is pretty much under the control of the Forgotten now. So there's not a lot of escape wiggle room for the city now.
Well, I got an idea, but it would have to come down to our 3 houses agreeing to it.
Well, aren't you 3 basically your 3 houses?
Ezekiel kind of chuckles a little bit to himself. He's like, "You flatter me too much. I like you a lot." No, I'm pretty much nothing. They just kind of, hey, go spy and try not to get yourself killed, and they kind of left me for dead.
Then
But,
who do we
Yeah,
need from your house?
What's that?
it would be.
Who do we need from your house?
Well,
you
Anika,
need the matriarchs. Those that are
Yeah.
leading right now. Larnis, me. Man, I did not expect you guys to answer me those questions. Now I gotta switch over to my other notes.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
How can we throw them off? We're on a boat.
well,
We're
when
on
I
a
get
boat.
back, my sister has been holding the seat, but she's younger, so as soon as I get is rightfully mine.
Mm-hmm. And like I said,
That's if my
people
mother's
would
not.
rather look for someone with a plan than someone who's sitting on their ass.
That is true.
So the other two are you need the other matriarchs also from House Thane. You would need Jire, Thane, and then you would need from House Vondre. You would need Halil Vondre. And I'll create character sheets and share all that stuff with you guys here soon.
Alright, so I guess
So
we
we
need
just-
to hurry.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to hurry and get back there to tell them our plan, but
Lady, I'll
I'd
follow
rather
you
not in
until we get
case
back home
they.
safely.
Also,
Alright.
you should probably tell us what your plan is.
That is true. Well, you know the plan. I did say it down in the council room back in.
Yeah, because that wasn't so long ago. How about you refresh it for me?
All right.
I'm curious too.
All right. With hearing that it's really just the 3 houses left, we can't face this on our own.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to need to form Strullers if we want to survive, if we want our way of life to survive, our society.
Uh-huh.
I would rather not be a slave to the Forgotten.
Here, here.
And we're going to have to convince the other matriarchs that this alliance is necessary.
But then, so we form an alliance and what? Keep them in a city that's crumbling around them.
We, as much as it's going to be hard to hear, Minzo's probably going to have to be abandoned.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure we agreed on that.
Yeah. Have to convince them.
I think they'd rather take that from you than me.
Yep.
So
Then we just got to find a way back through a sieged army. Shouldn't be that hard.
So, you guys are talking about all this, and about after you guys have settled everything in, the slaves are still frantically just terrified. They're not talking to you. They are just kind of sticking to their duties. They've kind of become machines almost. That's just keeping them sound and sane. When you guys are all talking about this, and Ezekiel and Tanier, as you guys are all talking about this, we do need to bring something to your attention. You guys have checked out the entire boat, right?
We only went to.
Of course.
Make a deception check, or are you trying to be obvious?
No, she is so obviously lying. Ridiculous.
So
No.
So Tanier kind of it's disgusting, but you kind of have to come see. And he kind of gestures at everyone to follow them below deck. Who all join?
I'll follow.
Oh yeah. Secrets.
Cyborg, nope. So,
Did you finally stop scrubbing the deck, Skyborg?
No, he's still scrubbing.
Okay.
Skyboard, you feeling better?
I feel fine.
All right. So you guys, so it's Lorna, Wolfram, Anika, Faye, and Chronis. Are you?
Nah, Chronis is at the front of the ship just hanging out.
Chronis, you're getting hit by some of the waves and stuff as it breaks the boat breaks the water. The rest of you all go downstairs though, and you go past the floor that you stopped and kind of took and hit off the side to recast your identify. You make your way to the back of the ship, and then you just kind of get this awful smell. It's just pungent and musky of urine and feces and stuff. As you kind of walk down to the bottom, you see just big cages of all these kind of different humanoids in there. The cages are so tightly, and they're all just kind of standing there back to back in here, and they're all just kind of non-responsive. They're kind of, some of them that are in the middle of the bottom of the deck are kind of looking up at the smallest little bits of torchlight that comes through, where the crane or winch kind of pulls these things up, obviously out of the boat. But they're all kind of non-responsive to your presence.
Sweetness.
Yeah, this is
definitely been.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying they've been busy.
Yeah, this is a lighter load. They're dumping these slaves in the middle of the water. Every time they pass through, they're dumping these slaves.
And they're humanoids. Are they mostly people I would think would live in the Underdark, or are they from the surface?
You actually, getting a closer look, you're going to have to deal with the smell a little bit. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw, and also go ahead and do an investigation. Okay. Jesus. All right. You both are fine. You both are able to go in there, not getting sick to your stomach. What about you, Faye and Wolfram? Are you guys going in too?
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Okay.
Oh nope, I'm throwing up.
Hang on.
You step in there and it just smells awful.
Oh no, I can't make it smell better. Never mind.
Okay. As you guys approach closer, because it's hard to see from a distance, because these aren't like normal cages where they're bars, obviously, because something could possibly explode and just walk on out and kill. So these are little, kind of like they're hex grids, or not hex. They're just like diamond crisscross, almost like lattice work, except made out of metal. And you can kind of see in, and there's a lot of different humanoids, but mostly aquatic type creatures. You see a bunch of Kuatoa. You even see some Mero and Sohagan that are kind of looking very, very much so fish out of water, and you see a few other drow that are just mindlessly there too. Not that aren't aquatic in nature.
So they're. Where are they taking all of these aquatics from?
Tenier kind of speaking through his hand and come over the smell. He's like, every time they come past the halfway through mark of this ocean, they dump all these slaves into the water. They usually get met halfway by a Sahagin that kind of comes to collect the toll.
So
They're bait.
and they're bait. Yeah.
We can't let them be bait.
No, we could not.
Tenier's like, just don't let them out.
Why?
I mean, not seeing the other ones that brains kind of blow up. There's a reason they don't. If they're giving this to someone, they're feeding something with these brainwashed kind of people. They only keep the others as deckhands.
So the ones upstairs, those others, are they brain slaves as well?
No, not that I can tell. I just think they've been here a little bit longer than we have. And Tenier kind of gives them a condescending look for being so crude about the way he's talking about these people, like that they're kind of mindless, but they're still people.
What do we
Yeah.
do with them?
I hate to say it, Lady Faye, and you have you introduced yourself, by the way, Nika and Lorna and Wolfram? Like, does she know? Does he know your guys' name? He met you before, Lorna.
Probably doesn't know the two of us.
No.
Okay. So he addresses Lady Faye and Lorna, and he kind of gestures at both of you. I don't know what would happen if we don't pay the toll. As awful as that sounds.
How long before we reach them?
Well, we're just starting into our trip. It's about with calm weather, it's smooth sailing. We should usually get there in a little bit over a day. So we're probably another 6 hours away from getting there if everything stays smooth.
So these Sahajins, do they work for the Forgotten, or do they give anything in exchange?
I think the exchange might be free passage.
I don't know much more about the details, but there's a difference between the Sahagin that we deliver them and the Sahagin that returns. I don't know where they're finding Sahagin, outside the water to bring down here, unless things have gotten really bad in Espa or something. But that's the only thing I can imagine is that they're pulling enslaving creatures from that far away and bringing them here to dump into this lake.
We could always ask. And also, can they survive on this without water?
I don't really know. I think the way that I think that their brain is gone, they're just being kept alive by some other means. But
Would it be
every once in a
cooler?
while, they throw buckets of water on them.
Not
It
sure
kind of
which
helps
would be
keeps
cooler.
the smell down a little bit.
I mean, essentially, without their brains, they're dead.
I don't think there's a right answer in any of this.
I mean, one would say it'd be a mercy putting them down, or if we pay the toll.
The question is, if we pay the toll to get there, what do we do on the way out? If we don't know why the toll is there.
That's a good question.
So you guys are talking about this. Wolfram or Lorna, do you guys have anything to add? I'm getting feedback on someone's mic, sorry. Or do you have any thoughts on what to do for the soul?
That don't involve combat with the Sarab, whatever.
I'm sorry?
Lorna's having issues.
I didn't hear what you said, Wolfram. Sorry.
Plans that don't involve us getting rid of this toll booth.
Uh, this is my first time on a boat in the Underdark Lake.
That's true.
Well, you guys go upstairs, talk to Chronis and Skyward too, and see what they think.
Can you
That's-
hear me now?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. During
Oh,
all
there
of
you go.
this. Okay, there we go. During all of that.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I was saying things. And it
That's
was
why I was like, you're really quiet.
No. Lorna was being deadly serious and being like, there's no way that we'll ever be able to save all of them. And even if we do, they're not going to have a good life.
Yeah.
It's best that we use them for their intended purpose right now.
Give them a fitting, honorable death? Maybe?
As much as we can.
Mm-hmm.
They'll help us, and in turn, hopefully, they will perish.
You do start hearing. Go ahead and make another perception check. Those are in the room still. Holy shit, Lorna.
She's being serious.
Lorna
She
sees
sees
into
all
the
the
voice.
things.
So Lorna, you get this like the light almost kind of changes, the movements a little bit more erratic or whatever in the cage, and you see some drow actually making their way through the humanoids inside the cage. Like, we're not all fucking mind flayed. Don't kill us all. Let us out at least. And then you see another couple handful of drow kind of push through the cage there, a little bit in different spirits than the other fish-like people.
Well, they at least are not catatonic.
Not yet.
I mean,
No, this is our punishment. They want because we wanted to leave the Forgotten and go back home, and so they decided they were just going to feed us or drop us off in the middle of the ocean and let us drown with these other fuckers.
I'll look at Tanier. Have they been putting a lot of drow in those cages with them, or is this something new?
They've been putting all sorts of creatures in these cages. I don't know who's flayed, who's not. And
the ones that have been flayed, and he was acting normal.
yeah, but I mean, it's 2 years. I no disrespect, lady, but this is I just don't know. I don't know some of these flayed can kind of put on a pretty clever ruse and aren't just simple husks. They can be a little clever.
Just like Robin was.
Yeah.
Well, didn't you say he was acting weird?
He was acting a lot of like asking a lot of different questions.
He was trying to get information out of us.
He's like, I don't want any. The guy, this one of the guys is begging, and it's like, I don't want. They're actually shouting undercommon though. These other ones, like, I don't want any Or I don't have any questions. I just want the fuck out of here. I don't want to die.
I don't know what you're saying, but why did you join the Forgotten initially?
Because our house is left, and I stayed with my house.
I'll look up to Faye if that was not in common.
And who was your house?
Some of them have different one saying Merkill. You all will actually go ahead and make a history check. Just you, Faye, because you heard it in Undercommon. So that name just rings a bell. Do you remember that was the name, the signed, the signature of the person that wrote on that golden letter, that golden paper that you guys found?
The one who was looking for Thalia.
That explain why no one responded to this.
You hear a couple of the other ones shout some other of the houses, not any of the three that still remain though.
I'll look at that one and I'll be like, you know Talia.
What did you say?
The one that said the name of the house, the one that had the that had the parchments. I'm gonna ask does he know Talia?
Athalia. He's talking about Undercommon back to you. Like, no, I haven't heard that name. I don't. That name doesn't mean anything to me.
Well, the way that I see it,
Didn't that paper asked about Thalia's location?
It did.
Are we sure that the drow she was impersonating was Thalia, or the hag was Thalia?
And I'm gonna ask Vixna.
Vixna. She's been dead about 100 years now.
100 years.
Yeah, that she, her time came.
That's odd. I'm gonna take out the golden sheet that had that written on it. So perhaps those hags had this for 100 years then.
Yeah.
Possibly. Are you gonna let me out or not? I'm stuck in here with these other guys though. Who knows when they're gonna just eat my brains for a snack on the way through?
no.
If we open,
No,
No!
if we did, wouldn't all of them come out?
you can't leave me in here.
That they would get out, and you betrayed, I don't know, every other house that stayed and fought. You could have gone to them. But no, you chose to follow your people.
Redemption?
I don't think there is.
Some of them are cursing you out. They're just completely angry. Some of them are pleading and begging and just kind of wailing. Some of them are just, again, just self-loathing and kind of pity, but no real reaction. Just almost kind of like they're already dead. What would you guys like to do?
We need people to fight. Why not them?
We do need people to fight.
Plus,
But if we open those cages,
yes,
how do we
there's
know?
that. How are the doors on the cages, and how do you get these things off the ship into the waters?
Tanier kind of points to the top where the what do they call that? It's not netting. It's like this kind of hull or hatch at the top of the ship that they kind of open the wooden door, and then they have a winch that kind of comes down and hooks onto the cages and pulls them up through the hole, I guess, and then they can move it over the side of the boat. So here, Ezekiel kind of explain how they've done it. If you're like wondering, like, why does Anika know so much about boats already? Excuse me.
I read about them.
Yeah. Well, you totally wrote a boat over. So yeah, you have a little
I have
more
been on a
privy to
boat.
this information.
Yeah.
Yeah. You crossed the sea. So also you looking at the cage, it's just kind of like a bunch of like it's all metal and welded and or not welded, but like vented stuff, and like it has these pins that kind of go in and out to kind of keep them all together. But it looks like they all kind of walk in like cattle on through a side, one of the side panels.
So
Trying
there's
to
a
imagine
thing.
these black cubes, and one side kind of folds down and where they all walk in, and then they close it back up.
But it's
not
the
safe.
whole width of the cage.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
I
not
mean,
safe.
what if we did it in transit? So instead of drop the cage in like a trap for crabs, open it over the water?
That's probably
Those who
what they
have
do
a
anyways.
Those who have a sane mind get to the edge and hang on.
Then what? They go onto the other ship? Because that's where the crane is.
Crane's on our ship,
Is it on our ship?
isn't it? Isn't it?
It's like it's not like a crane
Yeah,
thing, but yeah, it's like a winch or a pulley
okay.
rope
They
system.
just dump them into the lake, right? Not onto another ship.
They dump them all. So Tunir and then we'll explain that. But yeah, they hold it out over the boat and they open it and then dump everyone out.
Yeah, they dump them
Those
overboard.
that try to cling to he kind of as he hears you guys make it, talking this through. You guys, the Sahagin don't typically leave leftovers.
Yeah. I don't think there's any hope for them right now.
There should be. I just don't know how.
How many of the Sahagin are usually there?
It's usually one that's there to meet us there. They usually deliver. I only have seen one. He usually has a little backup though.
Wait, what do they deliver?
Hmm.
You said there's one to deliver. What do you get in exchange?
Well, I don't know what the agreement is, but I imagine it's safe passage across this lake.
Hmm.
I mean, actually, this actually poses a good actually a good situation. Then
Offer them
the
something
Sahagin,
else?
no, the Sahagin, they offer them safe passage in exchange for them, right?
Uh-huh.
What would the Sahagin do to the forgotten ships if, say, they came to collect and the collectors never returned? I know it's risky.
So you're saying attack the Sahagins that come after us, hoping they're the only.
We'd have to disguise ourselves as the forgotten.
That's not hard. We've already done that. I think we could do it again.
But what about me, Wolfram?
I recommend including the whole group in the planning.
Well, yeah. Also
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, so Wolfram,
They're back on
Lorna.
We should probably go above deck and talk about this.
Yeah, let's get Skybor
And Chronis.
and everyone together. This is a good. It's a risky plan, but but if we succeed, it's going to hurt the forgotten.
Here, here.
So, any thoughts or anything you want to add to that, Skywar or Chronis or Lorna or Wolfram?
Nothing in particular.
Okay. Skybore?
No.
Okay. Well,
Also, you can put the mop down, Skybore.
So just to recap, can you go over what you guys are planning so I can kind of start brainstorming on that?
All right.
We're gonna kill the Swahagan who comes, right?
And we're going to do it in the disguise of the Forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
Are there
Okay.
spare uniforms of the elite drow captains on board?
We
Or of
could
the elite
search the ship and
I
find
mean,
out.
There's still one hanging off the back.
There's
That's
one
true.
off the back.
Oh.
Yeah, there's one off the back. There's not really any other captain uniforms because you kind of threw the other captains overboard while in uniform.
They must have like
That is
spares. It's more
Times
like
are
a day
tough.
trip. Yeah, that's true.
Well, if we have
let's see.
downtime, what's in the rest of the ship? If we have downtime to go look.
Found one other uniform. I'm sorry, what was that? What's on the other levels?
Yeah, because we have 6 hours to kill.
Well, how do you figure?
Because they said we had 6 hours until we get to the toll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you meant across the whole thing. I'm like, I don't know. So you do have a little time. So about an hour goes by if you guys are checking out the ship. The basement or the bottom deck is kind of where they're keeping all the cargo, and the cargo is a bunch of slaves of different various races. The second floor is where all the kind of the sleeping rooms and dining arrangements are made, but it's very limited with the amount of crew members that they keep on the ship. There is just enough drow with a few extra slaves that know what they're doing, along with Ezekiel and Tanir to help you guys run the ship as you guys are going to make your way around. It has those kind of amenities. Is there anything specific that you're looking for on the ship?
Uniforms, secret messages that they sent to their commanders, anything you.
Sure. You can go through one of the more nicer rooms. You can imagine it belongs to one of the guards. And you guys kind of look around. There's not a whole lot of goodies laying around, but you are able to find one other uniform. Go ahead and make an investigation check. Anyone else who's kind of scouting out the ship?
All right.
Sure.
What's moving the ship?
Right now, Wind is moving the ship, and no one's really driving it, actually. I imagine one of the slaves is kind of like took it upon himself to make sure that you don't hit anything.
Also, a question: are those cannons?
No, there are no cannons.
Okay.
Oh.
I couldn't find a boat picture. I was like, God damn it, how hard is it to find a boat?
I'm
Ballistas?
gonna toss one. I'm gonna toss one of those
Ballista,
uniforms to
that'd be fine.
Tanir and the other to Ezekiel.
What's that?
Well, they're gonna be expecting.
Oh, you're giving it to the
Yeah.
other two.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. And they know what to expect. So having them in uniform, and then the rest of us can be in disguise.
It's been about another hour or so, and then you guys hear off in the distance a little bit of crashing and wind gusting. The wind's just getting really strong. You start feeling the waves are just kind of picking up a little bit. There's this dip in, the boat's kind of creaking and stuff. And you see off in the distance some barometric kind of changes ahead of you.
Oh, fuck.
You know what? Fuck it. It's my world. There's lightning. You're underground. There's lightning. I don't care. I don't care. I think that's cool.
I mean, the Underdark does have its own atmosphere.
Are you telling me there are hurricanes down here? I say when I see this.
Tanir and Ezekiel kind of look at each other, just like, fuck. And they kind of look at you all like, are you guys ready? Because we're going to need help. All hands on deck to get through this.
Yep.
All right, guys. Let's get.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm going to have Jeffrey's been following us along this whole time off the side of the boat. I'm going to have Jeffrey help.
Okay. So that's where we're going to call for the night. But you have a storm coming at you. You're heading directly through it or into it. And yeah, that's what we'll pick up next.
Oh my god.
All right. Any questions, or how did you guys like tonight? It was a little, it wasn't a lot of combat, but was that okay?